Let the chaos
Aloha, this is your mean squirrel, here with a quick disclaimer. This podcast contains explicit content and parental discretion is advised. So no bitching if you fucking get offended by anything. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Episode of the Squirrel Tangent, and we got a special episode this evening because we've got Duchess of Coils over here, still wearing his nice little negligee and his garter straps, and we got the Suave Squirrel back,
so that his coil can hang out.
And we have Bratty back front and center over here. So yeah, I might as well get the pain and suffering out of the way. Because this Tuesday
Let
was
the
my
roast begin.
Yeah, this Tuesday was my 46th birthday.
I thought you said it was your 66th birthday.
Yeah. Right.
With the capacity of his fucking brain, it should be like he should be 90. Because that was a straight up Alzheimer's dementia moment. Okay?
I'm looking forward to being able to do what that dude in the movie Waiting did. But go ahead and...
He's all talking about, okay, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna go shopping and this and that. I was like, you're gonna go shopping? Okay. This was the day before. This was Monday. I'm like, he's talking about the next day. And then... the next morning, he got up before me, so he closes my bedroom door so the cats leave me alone. And then people were messaging him and texting him and telling him happy birthday. And he's all looking at his phone like, what's wrong with these people? My birthday is tomorrow. And so I woke up and I told him, I messaged him a happy birthday from the room. So dipshit comes down the hall, opens up the door with the most confused, who farted look on his face, and looked at me and he's all, is today my birthday?
Oh my God.
I was like, he's all, I thought it was tomorrow. I was like, oh no. I was like, look at your phone. Look at your phone. Go look at all the Google Nest things. Tell me what date it is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
He's all, oh, that's why I was getting all the messages this morning. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, I didn't realize until you sent me a happy birthday. I was like, oh, good grief.
How many people sent you a message before confirming it with Brandy?
Probably a good dozen people. Because, I mean, that was at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, it was still pretty early.
Oh, dear Lord.
Okay.
You had all the
Greg,
East
you would
Coast
figure...
Huh?
You would figure with age comes wisdom, right? And I mean, you've got enough gray in your beard to go along with that, but you're a bit of a fucking dumbass for forgetting your own fucking birthday.
I'll take that.
You took the fucking week off for your birthday
and
still forgot your fucking birthday.
That's what I always normally take my birthday week off. And isn't that what you did, Greg?
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was good timing too, because I got my second shot and I was fatigued. I didn't get sick. When I got home, I had a headache. I got an immediate headache with both shots, but
low-grade fever.
But when I got home the second time, like, we went to go eat again, and afterwards I was telling him, I'm not feeling so hot. I gotta go home. So I had a low-grade fever, and I was kind of nauseous, and I just took a fucking nap.
Took a nap and it was over.
But because of the fibromyalgia, the fatigue lasted just a little bit longer than a regular person.
Yeah.
Now, I got my second shot this morning.
Yep.
And how do you feel?
And so, other than, I fell asleep for 2 hours with the TV on, but
that's
other
what happened
than
to
that,
me.
Yeah, but see, and that's a good thing because I was supposed to work today, but I took the day off for this reason alone.
Right.
Because I've been drinking water nonstop because they tell you make sure you stay hydrated.
Right.
So and I'm already on bottle 11.
So now.
Oh, that's 2 hours for the Camel over here.
So now. Yeah, I drink a lot of water because of all the medications that I take. Mm-hmm. I do it to. They say, oh, it's because of your diabetes, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I'm drinking when I'm not even fucking thirsty. I'm just trying to protect my kidneys.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're on that many medications, then you got to take a lot. You got to drink a lot of liquid.
Yeah. So take all, and then you have to take things to protect your kidneys from the other things that you're taking to. Yeah, it's a big ball of bullshit. So I end up regular. I DoorDash, got his whatever he wanted for dinner. And the next morning,
on my birthday, damn it,
I come out of the bathroom and he looks at me and he's all, good morning. I'm like, happy birthday. I said, you don't get a redo of last night's dinner, fucker.
Right. No, I wouldn't expect that one. But no, it was cool though. Actually, it was between my mom and another friend of mine, I got enough money to buy new monitor speakers for the editing process of the podcast. So
okay,
that's
right.
Yes. But
victory.
Yeah.
And the 2 days, his birthday and the day after, it's like his lips couldn't work. Yeah. He couldn't form words correctly. He was saying stupid shit that didn't even make sense. It was like mecca lecca hi, mecca hiney ho. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I am going to revoke your speaking privileges for the day. Yeah, like he was gonna get banned from speaking because it was bad. And I'm like, what the hell?
So 2 days of a what should I call it? Of a dementia moment?
Brain fart, massive brain fart.
Yeah, I mean, have you guys seen the movie Waiting?
And if you could experience the funk that emanates from his ass, he can fart in the fucking living room, and that green funk drifts to my room all the way at the fucking end of the hall.
Yeah, it's...
and now, Jason, you've been in the house. You know my room is all the way in the fucking back.
Yeah.
And
I do know where
he lets it rip in this fucking living room, and it's like, like Bram Stoker's Dracula when the green funk was going from the church to the insane asylum. That's him. And he's like, but I did it a long time ago, and it was out here. I'm like, we don't have fucking windows to open, and we can't open up the sliding door because this one right here, Ginger Puss, Ding Dong left the door open about 2 inches because I don't know what he was cooking, but he likes to cook on really high, and doesn't like to turn on the stove fan, so the whole fucking house gets smoky. And so we can only leave the door cracked, but he left the door. He forgot that cats can turn into liquid. And made it a little bit too, the space a little bit too big. And Miss Thing went and slithered herself through this little space. And he's all, where the hell is she? And she's out on the patio just lounging. And now she's been opera singing the song of sorrow of her people because she wants to go outside.
God. I don't know how you haven't seen, because, okay, the movie Waiting is actually starring a guy that you know and love.
But you also know that I don't have a great attention span, and I don't sit through movies well. We had this conversation the other day when you asked me about fucking Zack Snyder's fucking Justice League, and I was like, you know, my attention span. That was actually a good enough movie for me to sit through all four.
Yeah,
but we had this conversation.
Yeah, Greg and I had this conversation, and I was like, I actually sat through all fucking 4 hours of that movie. A typical movie is only like an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours. Right?
Yeah,
I never sit through it. Like, I'll pause it like halfway through the fucking movie, like an hour in, and then I'll go do something for a little while, and then I'll come back to it. Yeah. The Justice League, though, I sat through all fucking 4 hours.
Yeah. My brother did too.
Lord of the Rings extended version makes you, prepare for something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and the Lord of the Rings extended version was great, but I had to pause that one because 3.5, 4 hours of movie is.
Sit still for that long.
Yeah, I'm not a movie person because my attention span, like, I get bored real easy.
And then he starts dreaming of ranch dressing.
Okay, Brandy, here's the thing, right? Things change over time. I actually don't eat as much ranch as I used to. All right.
So he's gone from a cup and a half of ranch dressing on his pizza to just 3/4 of a cup.
Okay.
No, fuck you, bro. I don't even eat ranch on my pizza anymore.
Dude, it was like when you came back from England, you went
like ranch crazy,
fucking
dude.
wild on ranch dressing. Everything had.
That's because they don't have ranch, bro. You can't get
actually.
Ranch.
What's funny is someone on TikTok, a female from overseas, is like, oh, someone told me to try ranch on my pizza. She's like, I don't know. She dips it, eats it. She's like, oh dear Lord, this is good. And next thing you know, the entire pizza is going right into the ranch. And she's like, oh my God, this is so good. I got to tell all my friends and whatnot.
That makes me think of like the Irish people try. Have you ever seen those videos on YouTube?
No,
they have it. Yeah, the Irish people try, and they've done everything. Like they did Krispy Kreme donuts, and
they're like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
With, of course, their Irish accent, which we can't do at all. But like they do, like
this is the greatest piece of air I've ever had.
I like Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, but they're not as good as like Winchell's.
Yes. Or even Dunkin' Donuts.
Or even Dunkin'. Although I'll take Winchell's over Dunkin'.
Yes.
I think Winchell's has to be a local thing because I've never heard of that.
No, Winchell's is not a local thing. Dude, I've had Winchell's all growing up. Yeah.
But it's a West Coast thing.
It is a West Coast thing.
Maybe it's just a West Coast thing.
Yeah, Winchell's has actually died down over the years. I mean, I remember in San Diego, I would see at least 40, 50 Winchell's. Right. And then over the decades, they started dwindling, move to Vegas, and I've seen maybe 3.
Right.
There's one up the street from us.
I've never heard of them.
Oh, dude, they're what Dunkin' Donuts used to be.
Their Boston cream is way better than.
Yeah.
But I also don't like Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts back in the day used to be just straight up coffee and donuts. That's what they were. It was coffee and donuts. Nothing fucking fancy. You didn't get this double soy latte, quadruple shot.
And what the
half
fuck?
calf.
What the fuck is oat milk? Taking oatmeal.
What is what?
Oat milk?
Oat milk. Now they're taking oatmeal and squeezing it, and that funky murky water is supposed to be oat milk. I want to go in.
Okay, so I think I know what it is. Is that
I want to
they
go to.
they overuse water and make it not too thick, just enough to make it look like milk.
You can always go up to take my Sharpie, because I'm covert in my scooter, and I can just write SCR.
Oh God!
Somebody can buy scrote
milk. Because that would be something Brandy would do.
Okay, so in San Diego, my youngest brother is an independent comic book artist. He is actually starting up a comic book cafe.
Yeah.
The walls are gonna have. Yeah, they're gonna do they're getting close to actually getting all the permits.
Yeah.
Stop eating your fingers, Jason.
I'm not eating them.
So they're getting close to getting all the permits they need, and they're getting all these independent comic book artists, and they're hopefully getting known comic book artists.
Nice.
Like my brother actually knew Todd McFarlane.
Oh wow.
So he's gonna try and get local artists and famous artists to do drawings at the shop.
Okay,
Damn.
so I gave my part 1 roast. It's you guys' turn.
Right. Okay. So Jason, you've got enough to roast me with a lifetime worth of shit. You've known me as long as Brandy has.
We were talking before we started recording, me and Jessie, when you went to go get her a drink, and I was like, fuck, I've known him for 11 years. Like, fuck.
No, well,
Yeah.
did you meet
No,
him?
because I met him in mid 2010 when I got out of the military, and I
That's
came to
right.
fucking Hawaii.
right.
Yeah.
Mom had already passed.
And it's now mid 2021. It's been about 11 years.
Yeah. That's kind of scary. Like,
That's crazy to think of, because like time goes by so fast. Like, I kind of regret knowing him longer than a year, but I mean, it's also been the greatest time of my whole life.
Not gonna lie, when I met Greg at work, being his trainer, I could have sworn he was a lot older than I was. I mean, he looks like an old fuck.
Yeah.
He is an old fuck.
Yeah,
He
but
forgot
I'm
his
older.
own fucking birthday.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I'm 4 years older than he is.
We both are, because your birthday is only a little bit.
After
Your
yours.
birthday is when?
Well, everybody's birthday is after yours.
I know, because mine is right in the beginning of the fucking year.
But
Yeah, so I just turned 50, and I mean, if you saw Greg and I together, you would think I was way younger than Greg.
Everybody thinks he's fucking like super older than me.
Right. No. But then again, to be fair, Brandy,
When I do actually make myself up and look presentable, and not like
I have never seen
toad.
anybody get even remotely close to getting your age right.
nobody has ever said it right.
And usually they're off by like 20 years.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But see, now the problem with that is that when you finally do look old, it's going to look
It's
Like-
gonna be all at once. I'm gonna look like those hunched over Afro-licious Chinese ladies in Chinatown with all the plastic bags.
Mexicans get the same problem. You get the ladies look young all the way up until they absolutely don't. Like
true.
like from one year to the next, they go from looking 30 to looking 80, just like that. And it's like,
yeah, like my father. I mean, he's 74. Okay, and he does not look his age whatsoever.
right.
And people look at him like, is he in his 50s or 60s? I'm like, no, he's up there.
Right. And then you get people like Jason and myself who have complete honky backgrounds. And, our family lineage either turns into looking like trailer park residents or looking like, somebody off of the Raisins, the California Raisins commercials.
Let's see.
Damn.
Look at this picture right here.
He's 74.
He's 74.
74? Damn.
My dad is gonna be 80 in July, and he looks like a big brown toad.
That's the Filipino thing. When he turned.
Now, mind you, look at this. This is my mom. She's 72.
Oh. Doing good. But yeah, no, Brandy's dad.
He's a 5'3". He shrunk. He's a 5'3" brown ashy toad.
Yep. Who every time a waitress goes by, he tries to pinch an ass.
He's like the OG old school. Non-consensual.
Right. No, I mean,
Damn.
He would not fit in with a single millennial ever.
Non-millennial Gen Z, they get fucking offended if you fucking sneeze in their direction. Oh my god. They clutch their pearls. I'm gonna die.
But yeah, and what's worse is though, like, Jason, I'm sad to have to say this, but you do know that you are actually at the end of the millennial generation.
Oh, I know this.
You're an elder millennial.
An elder.
That's fine.
I'm sorry that you have to admit that problem, but
That's
fine.
That's fine.
But
That's fine.
and it's funny because you and your brother are such opposites on so many things.
Dude, like 100% fucking opposites on pretty much everything.
Like, oh no, you got to show Brandy the shirts that you were showing me before we started this.
Oh, I will. I actually have it ready. Also, I want to congratulate you on your weight loss. Here's my only problem, right? Here's my only problem with this. You need to put at least a little bit back on. So when I saw you standing there, right, and then you finally get a little bit close.
Well, no,
You
you
finally
guys
get a little
just
bit-
saw him.
Yeah, I just saw him last weekend.
Yeah.
It's still
I just saw him on
it's a
Saturday.
shocking. Yeah.
Here's the thing. You get a little bit closer, and then you finally get up close to Greg. Bro, you look like a fucking walking bobblehead. Like,
No, this
man.
is what I have the shirt where all my friends are walkers.
Yeah,
That's what he looks
dude.
like. That's what he looks like.
See, but
Because
But see, here's the thing, Jesse. Like, if you would have seen him when we were in Hawaii, and like you would have seen him through this whole fucking
when
journey.
he first started
of,
working,
weight
he
loss,
was big.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he trained me, I was like 260 pounds, 270 pounds.
Yeah, but you were slightly bigger. Anyway, oh, that's the wrong T-shirt. Hold on.
Aren't you even
Yeah,
wearing?
Greg and
You're
I were
wearing
weird.
one of them.
I am wearing one of them. I'm looking for the other one first before I show her the one I'm wearing. All right, so
yeah, Greg and I actually weighed the same amount, except I'm only 5'7".
so
So that was
you.
mhm.
So, Brandy, you know my personal beliefs in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right, we'll put it that way. But
and you know my love for offensive shirts.
Right.
I
absolutely.
do, and that's why you're gonna love the two that I show you. But as much as I love my brother, since you brought him up, shout out to my brother, right?
Right.
But
it's all love.
He did tell me straight up 100%, not this last Saturday, but the Saturday before when we were in Vegas. He said, please never wear that to the house, ever. And I said, okay, fine. He's like, you could wear anything else, just not that shirt. And I was like, okay, cool. And this is the shirt he was talking about.
Oh.
So the shirt has multiple religious symbols and states imaginary friends
are for kids.
Just, yeah, no. Brandy would wear that proudly.
Can you believe what I can't believe they're saying this, you know?
As Jesse looks off to the side to his imaginary friend. What's his name, Jorge?
No.
Anyway, Brandy, this is the...
It's Bob.
Bob.
This
battery-operated boyfriend?
Okay. This is the other shirt that Greg wants you to see.
So am I.
Right?
Yeah.
You saw what I posted earlier. Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. Hanging out with Satan. Right. Yeah.
So since the listeners can't see, obviously what we're showing, the T-shirt says "I'm going to hell in every religion."
Yeah.
Like my family that I do have up here, Jason, they don't communicate with me at all because I'm not a Christian. I have others who are Mormons. I'm not a Republican. So I don't get invited to any family gatherings.
I thought you were going to say feminine gatherings.
I tripped over my lip. But any family gatherings or celebrations or holidays, nothing.
Then again, I mean, like, didn't you just had somebody in your family have a gender reveal party? Didn't even let her know. Like, huh? How? Dude.
And
wait, what?
My brother and I were like, thanks.
And this isn't even like a distant relation. This is an immediate family. So it's like, damn.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
But like I said before, you got, even if it's family, if it's toxic, cut it the fuck out. I'm too fucking old to care.
Yeah.
Half of my life is gone, and I'm not going to live the other fucking half worrying about other people's shit.
Well, then we got, Jason that's needing to hop across the pond to get to a real country. And then...
Yeah, dude,
Trust me, man, I have a commercial driver's license. I could go. They would take me. Even though I
couldn't, because
she's disabled, she would be a burden on the system.
And we're not married.
And we're not married. And we can't get married here because it would completely destroy her income. Like, her income would just go poof, gone.
They would consider his income and decrease it from mine's.
Right. So
yeah,
we would have to live off of my income alone.
Same thing in Arizona.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Right. So if we were married, I'd be able to get us, we would be expats. We would be living in England in a heartbeat.
Because, we discussed it when when Cheeto dusted baboon ass McFuckstick was talking about cutting Social Security and all of that stuff. we were like, okay, if it gets down to it, I'm going to have to get married because I need the medical.
Right. She needs medical.
Wait, you're talking about the last guy, right?
Yeah. I said
number 45.
You mean
Cheeto dusted.
You mean the albino orangutan looking ass motherfucker?
Yeah, number 45.
Oh, right. And
Dorito McFuckstick.
Dorito McFuckstick. Yeah, there you go. That's a good name for him. And it's bad because I don't normally do names. Like, I get on people that are on my side of the political spectrum. When they start calling people Republitards, or they start calling people names based on their political beliefs, I'm like, dude, you need to cut that crap because it doesn't solve anything. Name calling, being violent and insulting doesn't solve a damn thing. Stop doing it. Have a conversation.
Yeah, it's like taking up a fight or a cause and jumping on Twitter and then adding fucking politicians and then being a complete dickhead. You think they're gonna fucking listen to you?
Right.
No.
The moment you start throwing insults,
if you have a sit down, logical fucking conversation with them and be like, here's the points, here's the fucking science, these are the facts, right? Then maybe they'll consider it.
Right.
But when you jump on there and you're just like, hey, dickhead Durbin, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
They're not going to listen to you.
And it was increasingly difficult to do that over the past 4 years because I can
say the past 4 years, I stressed completely. I was always stressed. I lost half my fucking hair.
Yeah. and it's like, because
probably not as much as fucking Greg has lost.
He's the king of the leather yarmulke.
This goddamn six head, this fucking yarmulke over there.
Excuse me, homeboy. Take off your hat. Let's see the shine.
I shave my head, so you can get fucked.
Now, here's a question for you, okay? Real quick. So I had to cut someone loose off of Facebook because someone posted, AOC has only tweeted 3 times about what's going on with the kids who are still, separated from their families, from being deported.
Right.
I'm like,
it's like, when has social media been a
well, okay. See, now I get why social media is becoming an important thing, because it is the quickest and easiest way for politicians and pretty much anybody of any kind of import to
it's not
speak
required
to the masses. It's not required, but it is the quickest way to be transparent.
Okay, so continue.
So see, here's the thing, right? Like, if you're gonna use social media, right? And I'll let you continue after this. If you're gonna use social media, Facebook is for catching up with your family. Personally, I don't like fascist book, and they can get fucked. But fascist book is for catching up with your family.
Right.
Instagram is for sharing your fucking photos of products or fucking, shit that you're doing, like on a fucking business trip or some dumb shit. Yeah. Twitter is where you should be if you're gonna fucking do that political bullshit.
Yeah, but
and religious conquests and shit like that. Like, take that shit to Twitter. I don't want to see that on any other fucking platform.
Twitter has the most lenient guidelines and whatnot because they have porn. Porn stars.
They got porn on Instagram. I saw some bitches' titties yesterday.
Yeah, it happens, and so I mean, people. My issue is that I don't mind politicians and stuff using Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Hey, right. Where are you going?
He got distracted by something.
You guys offended him. Thank you very much.
But being that when somebody says, they don't do this or they do this, when somebody makes a statement and they don't bother to fact check at all. And then when you fact check it, when you actually
you
present...
mean like our government constantly does?
Well, no, it's not even like our government, like, the normal everyday
Where'd
people.
you go?
No, and I get that, but
He had to do a flash rub one
it.
out. But but it's not even that. Like, the government, for the most part, when they post something instantaneously, everybody already knows whether or not it's fact checked or not. And people automatically start doing, okay, this is what this is what this is misleading, and everything like that. But
Right.
Okay, who went political?
I
Because
have
that's
no
a
idea.
no-no.
Yeah.
Jesse, finish what you were saying about your Facebook friend.
So I said, I told her, why are you, being so negative that, that she only posted it, she only said something 3 times, since January. Why aren't you more concerned of everything that's being done, to progress certain things, especially trying to unite the country, trying to do things that
Right.
were not done right in the last, presidency. She's like, oh, you must be a Democrat. And I'm like, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even going to get into it.
Yeah.
She just went super, like, she got irate, because I was giving facts and, why are we so into the social media instead of how much good, she was doing, especially since Ted Cruz in Texas took off with his family to Mexico when they were getting hit with that winter storm.
Right.
He let people freeze and die while his fucking ass went to Mexico.
Not only did he go to Mexico,
And-
but AOC turned around and raised millions of dollars in relief funds for his state while he was on vacation.
Yes, exactly.
If he didn't get seen at the airport, he wouldn't have came back.
Yeah.
Somebody has back.
Huh?
Oh, that's the AC.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that your friend is forgetting about, right, is that just because they've only said it 3 times doesn't mean that they don't care, right? Things take
exactly.
time. Things are going to take time to happen, right? They brought it up. They're trying to do their job, right? Whether you like the person or not, right? They try to do their job for what they personally believe in, and what they're what they're doing in the Senate or in Congress or wherever they're at, right? But it doesn't mean that they don't care. Like, things are gonna take time.
Yeah.
Right. It's not an osmosis sort of situation where it's just like, oh, things are gonna change tomorrow.
Exactly. That's why they're like, oh, when is he gonna do this and this and this? It's like, bro, he just made 100 days. Slow your roll.
Somebody actually put it. It was some comedian or some show someplace that put it in a way that I actually like, because with the number of things there are to care about, famine with homeless children in America, famine in third world countries, environmental
this
concerns.
This was supposed to be about roasting you, not fucking politics. What the hell? You want to go to a third world country and get skinnier?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't need to get skinnier, because we all remember what happened when I came home from that fucking surgery.
Jason, when he first went on the diet and he lost all that weight, he came
because I got really sick and I ended up with the hernia.
No, at first.
Oh, I remember this.
Before that, he came out of the bathroom and I was like, holy shit, you look at the fucking Slender Man from that far.
Because I lost the weight quick.
Fucking Slender Man.
I got down to the weight that I'm at just over a year. It took over a year to get to where I'm at.
When he got sick with the hernia and stuff, dude was like the crypt keeper going across the hall, going into the bathroom. I mean, he lost so much weight. That was about a good 2 to 3 days worth, like 15 fucking pounds just gone.
Yeah.
And just
wow.
Because I basically didn't eat for a week.
Because we called the
Jesus
paramedics,
Christ.
and this was like right at the height of fucking COVID. They're like, unless you really, really, really feel that something is wrong, then we'll take you. But basically, you're going to be sitting in the waiting room with people with COVID. So we decided against it, but then it wasn't getting any better. So then he went to the doctor, and the doctor looked at him and said, you need to go to an emergency room now. So that's how he ended up at Desert Springs, because that's where his doctor was.
Right. And I'll say this again, Desert Springs is fucking awesome.
What's worse was I couldn't go, and I couldn't ask that, because Dingbat over here does not retain information. So I'm asking him things. Well, did you ask the doctor this? Did you ask the doctor that? What did they tell you? He goes, I don't know. I'm just kind of drugged out now. I'm like, you are no fucking help.
Yeah, no, I was no help at all.
But
he was complete.
I mean, I had never seen anyone regurgitate projectile like that in my life.
Oh, dude, it looked like split pea soup.
And I'm trying to stay away from him because we didn't know what he had. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help you, because homeboy made a barf pool in his room.
Yeah, I had to clean it all up.
It was everywhere. I'm like, I'm sorry, and the cats are like, Mommy, what's wrong with Daddy? Because it was like The Exorcist, and then the crypt keeper going back and forth to the fucking bathroom.
And then, because when I went in for my operation, when they put the mask on that was going to knock me out, I had to throw up again. Like, I yanked my arm out of the guy's hand that was strapping me down to the table, turned to the side, and just all over the floor in the surgery room.
They loved him.
And they actually told me, it's like, that's not uncommon. It happens.
Lies.
Which I don't doubt, because if they end up with cases like me, I mean, they're in a hospital. Puke is just part of the job. But they told me that in that one time, just in that operating room, I probably regurgitated at least a liter of vomit.
Regurgitated.
At least a liter at one go. And I hadn't eaten.
Is that a new flavor of Gatorade?
Yes.
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 Regurgitated.
Now he forgets how to talk.
Regurgitated.
Oh,
when you've already drank it, but you like that flavor so much, just yak it up and drink it again.
Oh, God, that was horrible. That was horrible.
First you forget your birthday, and now you forget how to talk.
Oh, no. The forgetting how to talk has been going on for a while now.
Before the forgetting of how to speak. And then I think it's contagious because
it's rubbing off on you.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the both of us is like, we hear things wrong. I say something. He comes in the room with the confused who farted face all the time. And he's looking at me like, what did you say?
Yeah.
But I can't tell him right away what I said, because I want to know what he heard.
Yeah.
No, I just got one thing. I just got one thing for the both of you. All right. Clam chowder.
Oh, God.
It's magically fucked. I don't know how you made clam chowder a disgusting sexual reference.
I know exactly how it happened.
I don't even remember what we were watching, but the girl was running up the stairs, and you guys were going back and forth about, oh yeah, baby, oh this, and he's, oh yeah, and I'm coming for your clam chowder. I'm like,
there's a show on Netflix.
Talking about
Jesse, I do recommend the show. It's a very good show. There's a show on Netflix.
Which show?
It's called Hemlock Grove.
I've seen it. I've seen the
Was it Hemlock?
the title.
Yeah, it was Hemlock Grove. Okay, so Hemlock Grove. At one point in time, it's supernatural creatures, werewolves, vampires, etc. At one point,
I'm definitely gonna see it.
At one point in time,
That's all you had to say.
Right.
Why, you don't like that?
He loves it. He loves that stuff. That's like his jam. But
yeah,
at one point in time, because apparently the werewolf starts eating female victims from a particular place.
As soon as he started to say eating, and then clam chowder, I basically put it two and two together.
She went running up the stairs. The werewolf thingy is like going. He's all, "I'm coming for your clam chowder," and we both looked at him like, "Where the fuck you came up with fucking clam chowder?"
The fucked up part, right? I think that was the night that I was there, right? I got in from Seattle. You guys picked me up from over by the Golden Nugget. And we were watching it. I think that was that same night that we were actually supposed to go out to eat, because I specifically remembered she was getting ready in the bathroom when we fucking said that. And she heard us through the fucking door, and she was like,
I was like,
what the fuck?
I was like, who's fucking having sex with clam chowder?
Right. Oh crap. We got froze. I'm gonna reconnect real quick.
Oh, they both froze.
Yeah, they froze because my connection froze.
Let it go. Let it go. Mr. No.
That's where that joke came from.
Okay, we're back.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Yeah, it caught all of it.
The phone didn't disconnect. The phone messed up, not the
recording.
Not the recording, because the recording is not down here on the special equipment.
See, like, I get scared whenever he comes in front of me like that.
Because I'm graceful.
Because his fucking excuse is, well, I can't hold it. It's gonna make my stomach upset.
Okay, so earlier today
to be released.
He can laugh. If you make him laugh too much, it'll start coming out.
So earlier today, I was after I got my shot, I did a little shopping. I am so happy that no one was in the same aisle I was.
Oh no!
Because yes, as soon as I felt it leave my cheeks, I took off into the next aisle. I did hear someone say, "Oh my God, something stinks around here."
Dude, I intentionally leave like these nauseous, gaseous bombs.
I can be in another fucking aisle, and he'll be there for a while, and then he comes around and waits for it to fucking come over the damn aisle and hit me in the face. And I looked at him, I'm like, did you just bust ass? And he's all
I'll let one go, and then I'll continue on down the aisle and let her just roll right through it.
He doesn't tell me. He never fucking tells me. I'm like, why do you wait for it to hit my fucking nose? Like, even in the kitchen, I'm like, there ain't no windows in here, bruh. And he went.
Oh my
he
God.
was like, well, I didn't think it will stink. I was like, when has your ass ever smelled like a fucking bouquet of roses?
All the time.
Hey, Brandy, you gotta remember one thing. Your bouquet of roses smells different from our bouquet of roses.
Oh no, I get him back.
She does.
Especially with all the vitamins I take and all the supplements and protein powders, I get him back. Trust me.
Every once
and
in a
I
while.
don't tell him, and he'll come walking in the room talking, and then all of a sudden it's, I can taste it. It's in my mouth. And I'm like, yes. Yes.
Back blast area clear.
And the thing is I'm proud. I mean, it's for me. It's just I'm never ashamed of the part. Yeah, and Jason's barely holding it in right now. He's about ready to just like.
No. So we say backblast area clear when we go to fire off a missile.
Right.
Because the rockets come out of the fucking back.
Right.
When it
the exhaust, like almost an exhaust, almost fire can actually come out of that missile launcher.
Right.
Yeah.
Put a lighter by his ass.
Yeah.
So that's why it's funny to me. Right?
I knew you'd get it.
You correlate the two of them together, and it doesn't make sense.
It's worse in the grocery store because I'm in the fucking scooter. I'm ass level. I'm fucking ass level, and he'll be in front of me, and he don't warn me, and I'm driving through this fucking cloud of funk because I'm fucking ass level. And I'm like, dude, get it back to me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I tasted the chili from last week.
Oh, no. And the thing is, though, is we are constantly embarrassing in stores. We are always embarrassing in stores. Like, we were in Target one time in the candle aisle.
Fuck Target.
I prefer Target over Walmart, but we were in Target one time in the candle aisle, and we're, doing what everybody does in the candle aisle. You open the lid, you smell the candle, you put it back on the shelf.
And I didn't see anybody around me at first.
And so Brandy picks up this one candle. I handed it to her. I can't remember which, but...
And you did it on purpose because you knew it stunk.
Yeah, that's it. And I handed her a candle. She smells it. She gets a good whiff of it. She's like, "Oh, it smells like ass." She didn't see the guy at the end of the aisle that just started busting up laughing.
No, he goes like this. All of a sudden I hear... And I'm like, oh... So I look across and he's looking at me and he's smiling and I'm like, no, dude, for real. Come smell it. It smells like ass.
Oh, God.
And he's, oh no, I trust you.
We can't go to a store without being embarrassing to somebody around us. Like they're embarrassed for us because we just, yeah. It's bad.
Hey Greg.
Yes,
Brandy. I'm letting you know right now, if we ever do a podcast where I'm there in your apartment, and if I have to run out of the room, it's because
you gotta go out the front door because the bathroom is right there. And whatever funk emanates out of your pooper is still gonna come out.
I'm giving you fair warning, okay?
Or I will light candles right by you guys' asses.
No, you better have a fucking flamethrower is more like it.
Right.
Because no, lately, especially since I turned 50, literally every time I walk, something just pops out. Every step. And the faster I walk, the more they come out. Next thing I know, it sounds like a machine gun.
We're just gonna start calling you Harley Davidson. It's
My mom used to call that her rocket boosters.
But no, we had one.
Here's
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
We had one time in a grocery store where we were looking at the relish. And y'all know the squeeze bottles for relish.
He's horrible if he goes shopping by himself without any kind of adult supervision. Because he does this. He sees what he has to grab. And then he does this. So then he grabs the wrong fucking thing and he comes on like, what the hell is this? I thought I grabbed it. I was like, I bet I can tell you how you grabbed it. You did this, didn't you? He's all, yeah. I'm like, fucker, look at what you're grabbing.
You got to remember, and it's been posted. It's been posted on Facebook. You got to put pictures of exactly what you want a guy to grab. If you just say mayonnaise, we're just gonna grab whatever mayonnaise.
No, it's a mainland honky thing. Everybody in Hawaii eats best foods or Hellman's if you go to the Midwest. So. Because they eat Miracle Whip. I had a big argument when I lived in Missouri for a hot fucking second with people telling me Miracle Whip was mayonnaise. I'm like, no, asshole. It says fucking salad dressing on it. Look at it. Look at it.
Right.
They're like, no, it isn't. I'm like, look at it.
But.
So Genius went to the store because we needed relish we were going to eat hot dogs. He comes home with the one that you take to if you're going to go to the park or whatever, or a cookout, the squeeze bottle. And you know those fuckers, when you squeeze them, they have that, I always call it the coochie sucker on the top. The asshole pucker on the top. So when you squeeze it and it's taking forever to come out, then it's just you get this big fucking blob of relish on your hot dog. And so we went to I was with him, we were at the store, and he was just about to grab it again. I was like, don't you dare grab that fucking relish. He's like, why? I said, because it's like the fucking relish fairy comes down and takes a big fat jizz on my hot dog. And I said he money shots my fucking hot dog. And I didn't notice the people that were standing by me.
Dude stalking the shelf, another family down the way, and you see nothing but these like shoulders shaking as people are trying not to laugh in the middle of the damn store.
This symphony of And then I looked at the guy next to me and I was like, you know it's true. It's like, I include people with my argument. I looked at the guy. I'm like, you know it's true when you squeeze that bottle. He goes, no, you're right. You're right, girl. You're right.
It's kind of like the same thing happens with the squeeze bottle of jelly. Like, you ever get those where you get the squeeze bottle of jelly and it's like, you only want a little bit on your sandwich, but you go, and it's like half the bottle just shoots out at one time.
But you know what that looks like to a woman? It looks like you're dropping a fucking big old blood clot in the damn toilet.
Yummy.
Exactly. Exactly, ma petite.
Oh, God. Yeah, no. Go ahead.
Jason, what were you going to say? Or
I was going to tell Greg, we actually just had this conversation on Saturday at the beer house over by New York. But if you don't know where it's at, if you're walking down the strip, right, and you come from Hershey, right, and you're walking down towards the Bellagio.
It's by the Hello Kitty coffee place.
Yeah, by the Hello Kitty coffee place. So if you hit, that big golden fucking New York sign, right next to the Shake Shack. If you turn at the Shake Shack when you're coming down the strip, the beer house is in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we were over there the other day. Fantastic place, by the way. Dude, their food is bomb as fuck, and their beers are real good.
But it's strip prices.
Yeah, I mean, $20 for 2 beers. What's up? Wow.
That's like, Jason, when we were all in Hawaii, that's Waikiki prices.
Yeah, that's Waikiki prices for sure.
For sure, yeah.
No, I still want to go in October to the Hofbräu House. Because they used to have... Yeah, because I remember they had a challenge that if you can finish off, what was it, 172 ounces within a certain amount of time, you get put up on their wall of fame, and whatnot. And I think you can drink, that drink is free for you.
And here I thought you just wanted to put a whole lot of bratwurst in your mouth.
Well, of course he wants that much meat in his mouth. No, anyway, what we need to do is get him to Heart Attack Grill.
Yeah, I didn't get to go while we were there.
Dude,
I almost went, right? And so, like, the first night we were there, Friday night, the 16th, when we were there, we walked all the way through fucking Fremont to the goddamn end.
Yeah.
Right? And we got to the end, and I left my fucking ID in the car.
Oh.
And they had a security guard checking IDs at the door. And I was like, I'm not walking my ass all the way the fuck back down here after I walk all the way back down fucking Fremont to go get my fucking ID.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just sat in the fucking car, and I had trail mix and water. And Matt was like, well, why don't you go to Heart Attack Grill? You're over 350. You could eat for free. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm not trying to go in there by myself.
Just tried to fucking suck the damn chopstick, you dick.
What I was going to tell you, though, we just had this conversation on Saturday, actually. Well, not Greg and I, really. It was more my brother and Greg.
Right.
I was just kind of there. I was more just there for it. But
we were the amusement
the
factor.
16th, I actually worked the strip that night.
What bus were you?
I was.
God.
I was there the 16th, 17th, 18th, and then we ran out of time on the 18th of things we wanted to do. And since we're not far away, we drove back up this last Saturday for the day, and we actually ended up on the strip. That's how I got a hold of Greg, because we were sitting behind bus 190, one of the brown double deckers, and I was like, since I have CarPlay in the car, I pulled up my text messages and was like, hey, what bus are you on today? Matt and I, we were just gonna ride the bus and just kind of like hang out and shit. We're not doing anything.
Right? Yeah, that day I worked from
I'm off.
Yeah, I worked from 4:15 until 2:30 in the morning.
Ooh,
holy shit!
Yeah, that's a brutal shift.
Get this, on my second trip, I had just left Heart Attack Grill, and I don't even get to to Clark, and I have the battery engines coming, the battery lights coming on. Mm-hmm. I had the check engine come on. The stop engine come on. Is like, oh great,
damn.
So I get to the BT. Yeah, I called it in, told them what was going on. They're like, all right, at the BTC, let everyone off, take the side streets back to the yard.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Well, you know what? We're sitting at an hour. And as much as I love our conversations, ladies and gentlemen, we do need to bring this to an end, because people are not going to listen to a 4 or 5 hour long conversation in one go.
So I'll finish what I was saying real quick.
All right. Well, we can have this conversation. We can actually bring it back in a part 2. We'll record again in a minute. We'll be back for a part 2 of this one.
After you feed the kid.
After I feed the fur baby right here. And if you guys actually want to hear us, you can of course listen to us on all your streaming services. And if you like what you hear, look us up on patreon.com/squirreltangent and consider subscribing, and we'll definitely bring you up in an episode. You can also find Jason on Duchess Coils under pretty much every service you can imagine.
You can touch his coil.
Yeah,
while he calls you Duchess. Yes, Duchess, touch my coil.
You can find me.
Touch it.
Brandy, shut up. You can find me on. You can find me on IG. That's Duchess_coils. Otherwise, if you want to pick up any merch or you want to hit up the order form, then you can go to DuchessCoils.com and you can pick stuff up there.
All right. And that'll be the end of this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Come back in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye. Bye, Karen.